question. Marco, can you give us an analysis of this match and analysis of how you've been doing in the Champions League? Well, let's start with the latter. We are disappointed. Now it's clear that we've been eliminated from the competition. 0 points after 6 matches. The way we played those matches, we could have had more success here and there, maybe a bit more. A bit of luck was missing on our side. When I'm thinking about the first match against Atletico Madrid, sometimes we would have needed a better performance, of course, for example, at Glasgow. And today, it was pretty wild, I would say. We had, the other team had an early lead, and we saw that we had to change our formation. We adapted, and that didn't help to get into the match quicker. It's pretty hard for us right now in general, but we scored a goal, then they scored a goal again, then we scored a goal, and then they scored the third goal. We had the chance to get a lead, and there I talk about the luck that was missing for us. Even if we wouldn't have earned it, so to speak, but sometimes you just need this bit of luck, especially in our situation. We didn't score the goal with Lolo, and we lose because of a lucky shot. Aston Villa was doing pretty well with the ball, found spaces, but we tried, our players did well, and at the moment, maybe we cannot do more. It was the third time in this week, with 3 times the same starting 11, the same situation, and without talking bad about our youth or younger talents. It was disappointing right now, but that's how it works in sports. For me as well, quite honestly, you just accept it. We have 2 more games in the Champions League in January. We want to play well there. We want to score goals and score points. We cannot advance to the playoffs, but on Sunday we have another task at hand. I want to give a compliment to our fans today. They were there for the whole time. They supported us even after the match, even though the weather is bad. A lot of fans stayed to show that we have to go through this together. And that's the task at hand. So let's see how it is in January. Any other questions? Von Gabriel. Marcel Schäfer said Haidara had to go out for the second half. Can you tell us a bit more about that? And you consoled the 4th official. Why did you do that? Well, he had to go because the muscle he hurt or injured his muscles. And I asked the 4th official what was happening, and he told me he's 49. This was his last match that he supervised. So, yeah, an emotional story there. I congratulated him for his career, and now that he has more time, he can take care of his family more, I told him. Any other questions?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Perhaps you can wait for the microphone first, if it's okay. Thank you.
Marco, could I ask you, at the end of the game, you were with the referee, and the referee seemed to be quite emotional. Are you able to explain what happened there, please?
I just explained it in German. It was his last game. So that's why he was very emotional. I hope he was not sad. More happy about that's what he saw in his life and the things he achieved as a referee. Yeah, nice story, human story.
Oliver Hartmann nochmal? Okay. Oder Martin Henkel, gerne.
Or Martin Henkel. Good evening, Mr. Rose. When you compare both Champions League seasons, the one last year and now, you had a huge game in Bernabeu for the quarterfinals. Can you compare these two seasons of the Champions League, or would you say that you have to say that the team has developed in a different way that you expected? I can answer that's quite simple. We didn't have 8 players with injuries last season and had only 4 players on positions that were irreplaceable last season. Sava Schlager, we had him and we tried to help him recover, but all those players weren't replaceable. Xavi Simons as well. We are trying to replace him with Antonio Nusa. He's a bit of a different type of player, but of course he's missing in the squad, and you can see that he's missing for us. And we can go through the whole squad and team with every player. Martin Raum, the qualities he has. We are trying it with a chain of 3 defenders. When it started, I said we have to reinvent ourselves, and we've been trying that. Today it was a bit wired because of that reason, because we are trying to take it proactively. Antonio a bit more offensive to make the spaces more narrow. We have to correct everything that is going on the pitch, and that's part of our history right now. We have to innovate and react. It's not an excuse or anything like that, but everyone who understands football will understand and will agree that we are missing too much substance, even though all the players today tried everything. And for me, it's just about accepting it. In Kiel, I said after the press conference, what can we achieve? We've been knocked out of the competition. We are very disappointed by that, but that's the game. That's sports. It's part of taking part in the Champions League. Oliver Hartmann. During the break, you reformed the chain of 3 defenders, and what is missing with Marco Klose? That he gets more time. Well, we are afraid of his knee, that he gets another injury. We've talked about this with him. The guys on the bench, they also like doing the best they can and have no time to recover. Some things wouldn't be possible without recovering or injections. Why did we change? Well, there's the Lukeva topic. He is not left-footed and adapting. If no one can start with the left foot to get into an open space, to play diagonal passes with his left foot, to find spaces. Which tried, but he wasn't feeling well in Kiel, so we tried a different strategy today with another player who's doing well in that position, and we tried with Lucho and have his right foot at work. Okay, if there are no more questions, have a wonderful evening. Good night.